Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The Gilmore Girls universe has always held a special place in television history, and while fans never quite stop hoping for another official revival, something unexpected recently brought a jolt of joy to longtime viewers. Hallmark offered up a little gift in the form of a mini reunion of the so-called Gilmore guys. For anyone who's loved the banter, the charm, and the unique energy of Stars Hollow, seeing familiar faces back together is enough to stir up waves of nostalgia and excitement. What makes this moment so endearing is not just the reunion itself, but the memories and emotions it revives for a fanbase that has remained deeply loyal for over 2 decades. When people talk about Gilmore Girls, most immediately picture Lorelai and Rory's rapid-fire conversations, coffee obsession, and the ever-quirky small-town backdrop. But woven into that tapestry are the men, friends, love interests, rivals, who helped shape the dynamics of the story in powerful ways. They weren't just background characters. They became part of the heartbeat of the show. Whether you were Team Dean, Team Jess, or Team Logan, whether you admired Luke's steady reliability or Kirk's eccentric unpredictability, the Gilmore guys carried their own influence in building the world that millions of fans kept returning to year after year. Now, with Hallmark spotlighting a reunion of some of these actors, the magic of Gilmore Girls has been reignited. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about recognizing how deeply ingrained these characters and performances have become in the cultural memory of television fans. People who grew up with Gilmore Girls have grown older, but their affection for the cast hasn't faded. That explains why even a small reunion, brief, casual, and tucked into another project, can cause such a stir across social media, fan forums, and entertainment outlets. Think about what happens whenever 2 or 3 cast members appear together, even outside of the original setting. The fandom goes into detective mode, speculating whether it's a coincidence or a subtle hint at something larger. This Hallmark reunion triggered that exact reaction. Viewers didn't just smile at seeing familiar faces. They immediately wondered whether it could signal renewed creative collaborations, maybe even planting seeds for more substantial reunions down the line. And while nothing official has been confirmed, fans are more than happy to savor what they've just been given. What makes reunions like this one so powerful is the way they collapse time. Watching these actors back together again pulls you into the early 2000s, when Gilmore Girls was still airing weekly and shaping its audience's pop culture vocabulary. For many, that period wasn't just about entertainment, it was a formative backdrop to their lives. High school students bonded over Rory's dilemmas, college kids found comfort in Lorelai's quick wit, and parents saw reflections of their own challenges in the mother-daughter bond. Now, decades later, the cast showing up side by side triggers that same flood of emotions, like revisiting a scrapbook filled with warm memories. The Hallmark reunion also shines a light on the unique longevity of Gilmore Girls. Not every show can sustain this kind of devotion after all these years. It speaks volumes that people still debate story arcs, still argue passionately about which boyfriend was best for Rory, and still hold out hope for another chapter in the saga. This kind of loyalty doesn't fade easily, and it explains why even the smallest appearance by original cast members feels like a monumental event. Beyond nostalgia, there's another reason this reunion matters. It reminds fans of the versatility of the cast, many of whom have gone on to explore very different roles in film and television. Seeing them back together, even outside of Stars Hollow, proves the bonds forged during Gilmore Girls still carry weight. It's as if time has passed, but the sense of connection remains unshaken. Fans pick up on that instantly, and it creates a powerful sense of continuity between past and present. Another fascinating part of this mini reunion is how it highlights the role of Hallmark in keeping cozy, heartfelt storytelling alive. In many ways, Hallmark's programming shares a lot of DNA with Gilmore Girls. Both prioritize warmth, family, small-town charm, and relationships that matter. So when Hallmark becomes the setting for a reunion of actors who define some of Gilmore Girls' most beloved male characters, it feels like a natural extension of the world fans already loved. The chemistry translates seamlessly into the Hallmark brand, making the experience even more satisfying. For longtime followers, this moment offers a rare chance to reflect on the evolution of the actors themselves. Back in the early 2000s, They were young stars helping bring to life the tangled, romantic, and often comedic complications of Rory and Lorelai's world. Today, they're seasoned performers with long resumes, richer experience, and new perspectives. That maturity adds depth to the reunion, showing not just the passage of time but also the resilience of those connections. It's not simply a look back, it's a chance to appreciate how far they've all come. Of course, fans can't resist connecting dots. The conversation inevitably shifts to speculation. Could this reunion pave the way for something larger? Would Netflix consider another limited series continuation after A Year in the Life? Could Hallmark itself carve out space for more collaborations involving these beloved actors? These are the questions swirling around, and while nothing has been confirmed, the buzz itself proves just how alive the Gilmore Girls fandom remains. One of the most heartwarming things about this reunion is the way it bridges generations of fans. Gilmore Girls has always been a show that appealed to multiple age groups at once. Parents and teens watch together, each relating to different characters but finding common ground in the show's humor and humanity. Today, that multi-generational appeal continues. Parents who once watched as teens are now introducing their children to the show on streaming platforms, creating a cycle of new fans. The Hallmark reunion, then, isn't just a treat for original viewers, it's a gift for new fans just discovering the magic. The significance of this reunion also extends beyond television. It taps into a universal human longing, the comfort of familiarity. In a world that often feels unpredictable, unstable, or even overwhelming, seeing something familiar, warm, and cherished provides emotional reassurance. The Gilmore Guys reunion functions almost like comfort food. You don't need it to be extravagant. You just need it to exist, to bring a smile, to remind you that good things from the past can reappear in the present. And then there's the humor, which has always been central to Gilmore Girls. Reunions like this remind fans of the sharp wit, the awkward encounters, and the comedic timing that made the show sparkle. Watching these actors interact again, even outside of scripted roles, reawakens those rhythms. Fans laugh not just because of what's happening in the moment, but because of the echoes it sends from years of unforgettable dialogue and situations. The mini-reunion also showcases the power of chemistry. Some casts simply work, creating lightning in a bottle that can't be replicated. That was true of Gilmore Girls, and it's why fans still clamor for more. Seeing the actors together again reinforces that truth. It doesn't matter if they're playing the same characters or not, the connection between them radiates. And that energy is contagious, reminding viewers why they became attached in the first place. It's worth noting that reunions like these serve a purpose beyond fan service. They allow the entertainment industry to gauge interest, to measure how much excitement remains for a particular property. The buzz surrounding the Hallmark event sends a clear signal. Gilmore Girls still has an active, engaged audience. That kind of feedback matters, because it can influence decisions about potential reboots, revivals, or even spin-offs. In that sense, this small reunion could carry ripple effects far beyond what anyone expected. For the actors, too, these moments matter. They reconnect with fans, remind people of their roots, and allow them to celebrate a shared legacy. Not every role an actor takes on defines a generation, but for the Gilmore Guys, their place in pop culture is cemented. Returning to that space, even briefly, lets them honor what they helped create. It also gives them a chance to thank fans for sticking around all these years. The most remarkable thing is how something as seemingly small as a Hallmark reunion can feel so monumental. That's the power of stories that resonate deeply. Gilmore Girls wasn't just a TV show. It was a world, a feeling, a rhythm of life that people carried with them long after the final credits rolled. Seeing the Gilmore Guys back together stirs all of that up again, and fans are more than happy to embrace it. As the excitement continues to ripple through the fandom, one thing is certain. The Gilmore legacy is far from fading. If anything, it's stronger than ever, thanks to reunions like this one that reignite the spark. Whether or not it leads to bigger projects, the Hallmark reunion has already done something valuable. It has reminded everyone why they fell in love with Gilmore Girls in the first place, and why they'll never stop hoping for more. Because when the Gilmore Guys come back together, even for just a moment, it feels like home. And for fans, there's nothing quite as magical as that. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.